Alright, so before the break, Kaji finally rejoined the group right about the time Cormag was discussing his find
His sniffing.
amongst the flowers.
Always a questionable choice in a sewer, but you know.
Yeah. So,
Go away.
okay. What you guys doing?
Well, I just told the group my finding, and I'm like, can anybody think of anything that could have done this?
Yeah. I want to speak to an animal.
Okay.
Uh, how close is it?
Is the rats?
Yeah, if I can just see one. If I can see it, I don't know based on how charm animal works.
Because they're staying at the edge of or out of the light cast by people's iron torches.
It's functions like charm person, so 25 plus 5 feet every 2 levels.
Yeah, you could. They're gonna be right at the edge of your spell.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and attempt to. I'm literally gonna charm them, and then I'm gonna also use. So I'm doing two things at once because I mean This is why I picked these spells specifically so I can do these types of things.
Okay.
So I'm also going to attempt to speak. So I'm not only going to charm it and make it more diplomatic, but I'm going to attempt to speak to it,
All right.
make it friendly. It's going to be friendly. Should be friendly. Right? I don't know.
So, well, let's see if this random rat makes its will save.
It makes like a really
Oh
high
my
will.
god!
It did, didn't it?
It rolled a nat 20.
That
Oh yeah.
rat is going to be the leader of the rodent uprising here in a couple years.
Okay. Okay. Well, guess what? I have it times two, so that's all okay. We're gonna do it one more time. I want
Yeah,
that rat to listen to me.
second one was the same except it dropped the 0.
Uh, okay. Is that a dumber rat? It must be a really dumb rat. Well, you could have, I guess, technically, can you still have a high will if you're really dumb? I don't
Yeah,
know.
intelligence is separate from wisdom.
Kaji is somewhat intelligent but has no wisdom.
Somewhat.
So, wait, before I get started talking, obviously, as I'm getting the rat to come over to me, um, so I'm attempting to speak with animal.
So yeah, you've cast a
Uh,
charm animal, you cast the speak with animal, and then you chitter at the rat to tell it to come here. Which,
yeah.
because it's charmed, it's more than willing to do.
Which, all right. So you see me kind of bend down.
Everyone sees, yeah, Charlotte bend down there,
You're like, what the fuck?
make a little
Anyways,
chittering.
so yeah,
I
and so
whisper to Cormac, she's doing that thing again.
yeah, so go ahead and give me a dialogue on based on everything that's happened. I'm trying to kind of find out what.
What are you asking it?
So my understanding is like obviously we were all together when we saw this, the forget me not, and there was blood. Um, what, so I'm like, hey, Mr. Rat. So something like that. It's like, can you tell me what might have been down here that caused the blood over there? It's awfully strong for my friend over here. It must have been something abnormal that's not normally down here.
Yes, new, white, big. Very big.
Okay. Very big. And you said it's white?
Yes. You have food.
So I pull out a piece of food. I think I do. I pull out a piece of food.
Okay. So yeah, it takes the food and it's just sitting there nibbling on it. Yes, very big.
Okay.
Almost touch ceiling.
Almost touch. Wow. Does it have claws? Is it
Yes.
furry?
No, no fur. Pale, smooth.
No fur. Pale, smooth. Like, is it like me with my skin? Like like how
Paler.
I feel when you touch me? Paler. Okay.
Head like big worm.
Does it have head like big worm? Okay. I'm dead. That's fine. I mean I don't personally know, and you can enjoy it, but so I tell Mr. Rat or Miss Rat, whatever the rat is, I say, thank you for your time. You can go now.
And it shoves the rest of its food in its mouth and runs off.
So, how went the squeakening?
So basically I will share all that information with the party. And y'all see me stand up and yep. That's it. Does anyone have any idea what it might be?
I don't know, but it's starting to sound undead, and I'm starting to think maybe we should just just somebody else can deal with it. I mean, it's city guards, right?
If the
No,
city guards
Genevieve,
could
we
deal with
got
it,
this.
wouldn't they have done that?
Well,
Well, they didn't know it was a threat.
right, they don't know where to look at stuff. I mean, we found something, so we just direct them here, and it'll be fine.
I'm sure.
Genevieve, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah,
You
just
seem real,
it
real.
stinks down here. I just don't want to be down here any longer than we need to. That's all.
Motive?
You get paid a lot for this.
Vaughn likes a good hearty adventure for money. A true mercenary.
That's a good point, Vaughn. But generally, you need to get that taken care of ahead of time.
And
24
apparently,
motive.
Genevieve,
What's that?
apparently, this thing has already come after one of our party members. Who's to say that you're not next?
You know, I get to choose who lives and dies sometimes.
Is that a threat? I don't like that.
Nope, just an observation.
Out of game, you're kind of the one who started it, bro.
Oh my god. Why is all this inter-party conflict tonight,
I
guys?
didn't start anything. I just pointed out a fact.
In a very ominous fashion, I might point out. I am acknowledging that you did point out a fact, but you did it in a fashion that was kind of like, yeah, maybe you'll be next. Like, okay.
Any
Kinda
one
came
of us could. It wasn't a slight at Genevieve. I was just pointing out an obvious fact that they already apparently come after one of us, and no one was the wiser.
So are we gonna go ahead and take care of this, or are we gonna leave?
I have all intentions on taking care of this.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
one
we
in
should probably
favor.
take care of this.
I, for once, agree with you.
I'm standing up from my crouch. Like, well, instinctively take a deep breath. Say that we let the guard know they need to be on the watch for this, and then go from there. If they are willing to hire us to investigate further, that's fine.
Won't our benefactor pay us
Yeah.
for killing this thing?
Absolutely.
But we.
Anyway,
Yeah,
other than that,
I vote we go tell the guards. That sounds good. I think we can do that one.
Okay. So all in favor of hunting it down while we're down here? Show of hands.
I
I'm for it.
Aye.
That's 3.
Fine.
Okay.
Think about it. You used range attacks and we're in tight quarters.
he's done that before.
I got an arrow in my ass.
Yeah, what about the cave system and that crazy
But those
place with
didn't
all the animals?
those didn't have scary pale things coming to eat us.
No,
That
they
are
just had
taller-
weird automatons that were just trying to kill us, and we're
Yeah,
undead.
like sharks and
Oh yeah, and they're as tall as the ceiling.
The difference there is we didn't know about those. We know about this one, so it's a choice.
we killed a dragon.
It was a baby dragon. We could have sneezed
Still-
on it.
Still a dragon.
That's not how you tell it, Genevieve. Let's live up to the way you tell it. And let's
All
go
right.
find this thing so it doesn't happen to anybody else. Because the longer we wait around, the more likely it is that somebody else goes missing.
Okay, so all in favor of going, say aye to
I
hunt this thing.
I.
Aye.
Okay, so that's
I'm pretty sure it's
3.
4v2 right now.
That's
there's 4
so-
back.
okay.
4.
All right. So now we
Yeah.
got 4. Okay.
For me.
It took
I
one.
walk over to Genevieve, put my hand on her shoulder. Is there anything you want to tell us?
What?
What? What?
Why are you
Sewer
feeling
therapy session.
so terribly
I mean,
scared
I-
about
I mean,
this? We do
I did-
crazy things all the time.
I did have a 24 on a sense motive check about why she was like, "Oh, hey, let's go,
Yeah.
let's leave."
And I had a 24 in my bluff.
Oh my god! All right, fair enough.
I just don't think the things we've dealt with have been pretty straightforward. I mean, yes, the weird statue things, that was weird, but I mean, we've killed wolves, we fought minotaurs. We don't really venture into sewers and fight scary pale things that eat people.
As tall as the ceiling.
I
You're
didn't
not
catch
helping.
that makes it worse.
Look,
Yeah, but
we're all here. We're gonna look out for each other. That's what we do.
With your protection, we will be fine.
Come on.
this
We
This
need
dialogue.
Mama's love.
this dialogue's amazing.
On one condition:
The stipulation.
if I say we run, you all best run, or I will leave you down here.
Yeah, that's a healer telling us to fucking run. So I would definitely run if our healer's running.
Wait, if that's all it takes, I'll just turn around right now.
So you would abandon all of us to our doom. You can do that with a clear conscience.
We're
Damn.
going.
down the sewers we go.
I'm trying to
Cormac,
see
would
if
you
I
like
can
to see if you can find some more of that slime?
get. That's what I'm working on.
Perfect.
Well, now that we're done with that discussion, I do have some things I'd like to share from my conversations. So, apparently, my benefactor has also been in touch with this person, or at least he thinks he does. but he doesn't remember him either.
24 of a survival check to try and follow the scent of the rotting meat.
No, so, here's the thing: the scent was from the drool. It's not like leaking it all the time.
Okay. So
It
24
was.
to just try and find a trail. Actually, no, that would be perception one. I'm sorry, Justin.
Yep. I'll be honest, Jim. Like you guys are going down. Are you going left or right from here?
Left.
Okay.
Lead the way, Jim.
Go ahead and give me a perception when you come to an intersection.
Or rogue, either one.
Given at this point, I'm not sure that it's going to be leaving any traps. So I'd much rather our rogue not be up front.
Yeah, for sure.
I can move. I can just stay stealth.
That's great, but you want to take the chance that it'll catch you?
Well, that's a chance I'll take for you guys.
Oh my god. Okay, let's just keep going. Cormac, go ahead.
20 on the perception check at the intersection.
Okay. So you all wake up back at the inn.
What?
Oh, jeez.
So you all wake up back at the inn.
What?
I'm not sure what you're not getting.
Okay.
You're
so
back
we were
at the harp.
Okay, so we were walking, and then all of a sudden we're back at the harp, correct?
Yeah.
Well. Um.
Don't
Are
like
we
that.
here? Question: we're conscious the whole time, right?
What do you mean?
Like
Are
we're like alert and oriented the whole time.
You're
like,
you're waking up. You're in bed.
What
So
the fuck?
The question I have, because I'm
Hmm.
not entirely sure, is do we remember up until that point or
Yep.
okay.
Now you realize you're all in your own rooms.
No, I'm actually busting out. Guys!
By the way, Jim, you're tired. You are like only half stripped out of your armor. And there are actually some minor wounds on you.
Thank God.
Genevieve?
Yeah, I'm worst nightmare I've had in a while. What's up?
You don't have any. You have like almost no spells left.
I'm tired.
Like you're at a point you can pray to get your spells back, but you expended them.
Do I have any arrows left?
Not nearly as many as you should.
No,
That
okay.
is not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
There is
all of you
Cormac-
have minor damage. You're dirty. You're, it looks like you came home from a battle and just fell into bed.
We're probably hungry.
Vaughn, you're always hungry.
Okay. Oh, I guess we all. I get out of bed at
Yeah.
least. I'm assuming I have.
Well,
Do I have my stuff on?
yeah. So it looks like I said, if you had gone through a big battle, you had come home exhausted. You were in the middle of getting out of your armor or whatever, and just fell over asleep.
Well, as a druid, would I be experienced in understanding this type of magical occurrence?
No.
I'm howling out. Is anyone answering him?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Realize.
Cormac, you all just heard a door practically break down, and Cormac yelling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the common area.
Yeah, I jump up.
I'm like, everyone's like, oh, I'm checking.
to the
I'm like,
com-
really?
Mm.
Walking around, counting heads as everyone walks in.
Sounds like, unless somebody's staying in their room specifically, it sounds like there's 6 people there.
There's not.
There's not. You did not come out.
I did,
What?
I did not come out. I rolled over in bed and said, "Nope. If I don't get out of bed, it wasn't real."
No, I lost. Genevieve's not there. I know what room's yours yet. No, I'm coming in.
Sets up in bed, clutching the sheets to her chest. Ah!
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't think she does that.
I'm pounding at the door. Genevieve.
Yes.
Okay. Are you okay? I'm looking like I'm panicking. I am.
I had the worst nightmare, and I'm still tired, so I'm just going to try to get a little more sleep. That's all.
I don't think it was a nightmare.
You can't tell me otherwise.
The wounds that I have say I can.
Well, sounds like we tried. Better tell the guards about it.
I think it's time for round 2.
I was waiting for that.
I agree with you.
We rest up, we get ready, we go down there for round 2 because I don't like people fucking with my head.
Well, before we go and don't like people fucking with their head, do we have any I guess it would be either our magus, or our,
Maggot.
I can never pronounce the name magus, or even Genevieve. Do you understand about this magical occurrence? I guess obviously we clearly remembered it.
Do you look? Have you all ever heard stories before you met me?
Go on.
Is it story time? I like story time.
I think he's
Look, just
it's a ref. You're making a
let's
reference.
piece
right?
the clues together now. We've got a large, pale creature, mysterious, hiding in the shadows of the sewers, and it has the ability to warp people's minds, and it eats people.
No.
Obviously, it's a vampire. That's correct. Yes, good job, Charlotte.
What?
Um,
I'm like, so as you say that, I'm like, yeah, great.
Totally got
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bluff of 1. No, I'm just.
They have the description's perfect, and then they have the ability to mess with people's minds and like charm us and stuff. So they're clearly making us forget that we found their underground lair or something. And I'm not going back. We can tell the guards, and that's that.
Okay, I'm down.
Look,
Damn, send
we
them
can't
poor
just
guards down there
leave
to
an
die.
entire city to be a feeding ground for a coven of vampires.
We're not. We're going to tell the guards we found the lair. It's
Oh
right
my
here.
god.
They've got soldiers and stuff for that.
Soldiers that are going to go down there and get eaten.
Yep. That's why we are here.
I think you highly overestimate our abilities.
I don't know.
Okay. So what are you gonna do then?
I'd like to go back down there.
Yep.
Same.
Is this like Nosferatu or what is this? I don't.
yeah, we're going back down.
Oh, great.
rather than tell guards to basically go down to their death.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
but
worse yet, depending on how long this infiltration's been here, the guards could be turned.
well, we don't have to be. Here we go. I'm about to pull a line for Adventured Weights. We don't have to be heroes.
Is that the end of that?
I don't get
Sounded,
the reference.
sounded like there was more.
Yeah, I was waiting for the
Not-
rest.
We're not heroes. I mean, we're not technically heroes.
I mean,
We're just
no, you're mercenaries.
yeah. So we don't have to.
No, I paused, turned to whoever just said, "No, you're mercenaries."
I mean, yeah, we're mercenaries. Just
But
think
you-
of how much the city's going
Okay,
to pay
there
us if we
wasn't
can get
someone
rid
who
of an
said that was
infestation
No.
like this.
No.
Okay. That was out of the game then. Okay.
Sorry.
What if we choose a different
Done
entry?
that to me before, so. Um.
Just report our findings and see if we can get paid for this.
We definitely can get paid for this.
But we don't know that unless we ask first, right?
We need to speak with Narshem and or Velkum.
Let's do that.
That's a
Give
fair
me a
point.
will
Well,
save, Jim.
LOL.
You're at least gonna do something stupid. Get paid for it first. Let's get
Yeah,
a contract
I
set up.
agree.
Hold on. This is a good roll.
You keep saying Valcoon would give us the money, but I don't see. Oh, wait a minute.
One.
I just noticed something and I have a bad feeling all of a sudden.
I already knew ahead. The moment you said the word vampire, it freaked me out a little bit too. Because I was like, oh, shit.
There's a certain handout missing from our journals now.
A handout missing from our journals.
I need will saves from everybody.
God damn it.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Like before I continue that thought, I don't know, I need to wait a second.
I got nat 20 on my will save.
Hey, same.
All right. Well, you two are fine.
I got a 21.
Okay.
I had a 21. I literally can't get any higher. Well, I could get one higher.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Everyone rolled a nat 20.
Except for Charlotte.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're all good. Probably. Yeah. You're all gonna go see Velkum and, or at least the steward.
Well, no, because y'all keep talking about we go ask Valcoon. Why would Valcoon pay us for this? He's paying us to clear out the wilds. This doesn't do him any good.
No, this is a threat in his own town.
Well,
This is home turf. You want
sure.
to keep this safe.
I mean, sure, but I mean, necessarily, I don't know. Our whole deal with him is to basically set his.
Why are
foothold.
you so resistant to this?
Why are you so eager to do it?
Because I live here. I don't want a vampire out in my backyard.
Okay, but look, a vampire's number one defense is its secrecy. Once guards know where to look and know that that's what they're dealing with, they'll clear it out.
How do you know it's a vampire?
I'm gonna go take a walk. I can't even with you right now.
I
Can I sense motive on him?
her, but yeah.
Or her? Yeah, sorry.
I want to motion for Seth to follow me.
Do you want to do it obviously or subtly?
Absolutely.
The
I
obvious?
want him to know that I want him to follow me.
Right, but do you want other people to know you're motioning for him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't care.
Okay, so yeah, you motion for.
I got 24 on
I have something I want to ask you about.
25
All right.
on my sense.
Okay.
motive.
So they're trying to sense motive you, Kaji. Are you bluffing in any way?
Nope.
No,
I'm not bluffing at all.
No.
Then
no. That's
No, on-
motive on Charlotte.
Yeah,
Oh.
on
Not
Genevieve.
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 Y'all sense motive on me, and I'm just like, hello.
all right, Genevieve, are you in any way bluffing?
I mean, I feel like that defeats the purpose of
Abject terror.
Well, let's see.
Well, it would
Fuck.
be a bluff if you're trying to hide the terror.
Game, I'm like, I feel like the rat talked about it being tall enough to almost scrape the ceiling. I remind you that I wasn't that tall, and out of game, I think I'm the tallest in the party.
Yes.
Well, have you ever seen a vampire in person?
No,
So,
but I had how much clearance out of game? How much clearance did I have, Justin?
Feet.
I had feet of clearance. I find it difficult to believe that a vampire is that tall.
And
It may
vampires,
just
I
look-
don't know if a vampire would have a tail either. 'Cause didn't they say this thing had a tail and the head like a dragon
a worm, but yeah.
I
or a
think you're,
worm?
Yeah, head
I
like
think
a
you're
worm.
missing the important part that a vampire doesn't have to be humanoid.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going
Okay, and
the cat.
So I'm walking outside. I've had enough of this conversation.
no, I'm throwing my hands up in the air. We can tell the guard, and then we're going to go deal with this, whether you are with us or not.
That I agree with. I say as I'm out the door.
I'm going and making sure to get the rest of my armor back on, and then I'm walking out.
Okay.
So I walk around outside. I'm no longer in there with you guys.
Yeah, no, we
I
get it.
believe Skiffly followed you.
I did.
All right. I know you don't like me, and I don't really care for how you talk to me sometimes. But does anything of how she's acting seem right to you?
No, it's weird. But here's the thing. There's one of two options that come to my head. One, she's terrified of it because it's what killed her husband. Or two,
She's
He
under
doesn't
its
want it messed with.
influence.
right.
So, here's the thing that I haven't been able to tell any of you guys yet. I think I know where it's hiding out.
Where is that?
So,
Oh,
my contact.
He's talking to me.
Yeah.
This isn't for a whole
So,
party conversation.
it's obviously doing some kind of hunting down in the sewers.
Mhm.
There's a third group that was hired by Valcoom. He only mentioned 2 to us. There's another mansion or inn or whatever that's been cleaned up for use, but is apparently still empty as far as anyone can remember.
Interesting. Where is it?
Isn't it? Well, out of game, I'm pretty sure he gave me the information of where
Out
it
of game,
is.
he told you the name of it, and you're correct. You live here, so you know what he's talking about.
Yeah. So,
It's not actually that far.
we can go check this out right now on the down low and see if our suspicions are, or if my suspicions are correct. Or we can go back in there and argue with Genevieve some more, which I really don't want to do.
I don't want to do that either.
I step out. Don't want to do what?
Listen
Argue
to
with Genevieve
Genevieve
anymore.
make more. Yeah.
Completely understandable.
Cormac,
Yes.
does that
Follow
seem
us.
like Genevieve to you?
It seems like something has her absolutely terrified that she's refusing to clarify, despite the fact that it's obviously agitating the rest of us. So, maybe? But I'm very irritated, and right now I'm not feeling particularly reasonable.
Yeah. Well, do you want to do something very unreasonable then?
Unreasonable and irresponsible.
I'm walking out now. I went upstairs to grab my bow and stuff and walking out the door now.
So I'm going to share this information with you as well now, Cormac.
What information?
About the third hotel that was emptied.
Oh. No one's living there?
Apparently not. But it was prepped for use
Huh.
by our patron Valcoom. So we can go and talk to Valcoom, or we can just go ahead and check this out.
I'll be honest at this point. Let's go check it out.
I'm
Yeah, let's
down.
go.
I knew you were the unreasonable sort. I liked you.
I chuckle. I'm not entirely sure if this is a compliment. Let's go.
So, do we
So I-
bother to tell Genevieve, or do you think that she just,
I stick my head back in. We're going. Charlotte, are you coming with?
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Because I have no idea where you're going, so I just say, okay, bye.
That is actually fair.
See
I'm
ya.
like, I think. What are you doing, Genevieve? Are you just like sitting there, or what's going on exactly?
For now, basically, yeah.
Are you like freaked out, or are you just acting normal? I'm just hanging out with you because I want to hang out with you because it's like normally I'm you habitually.
I stand up and just mutter, I have to go pray and go back to my room.
And I go, okay.
you want to come with us?
I don't know where you're going. Why would I want to go where I don't know where you're going?
You can
We're just gonna
ask.
go check out a hotel across town.
Ooh, that sounds really interesting. I like hotels. Let's
Cool. Well, I'll fill you in on the way. Let's go.
No.
so I start going along because I really like hotels.
I
just
cannot
like
believe how gullible
I don't
you are.
necessarily I don't necessarily like hotels. I just like really cool places that I've never been before.
Look, she's not gullible.
She's naive.
Just
There's a difference.
naive and trusting. There's the words.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
So,
So you arrive at what was once the Sleeping Dog Inn, a one-story building. It's a fairly good size, but it's only one story. Doors and shutters are closed.
now,
What is this supposed to be?
well, I told you I was filling you in with the same info on the way. So,
Okay.
does anything about this seem strange to you guys?
I detect magic.
I mean, the building looks eerie.
I take a deep sniff. Perception.
Yeah, go ahead. You do not. Are you right up on the building? Do you remember the
I
limitation?
get right up.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was going back to Skiffly. Skiffly, do you remember the limitation of your spell?
I do not.
30 feet.
30 feet. Yeah, I mean,
Also,
I
it
think
can't
are we
see through
up on?
Also, it cannot see through certain materials.
Okay. Well, I still cast it.
That's fine.
Are we close to the building? Did guy like as a group? Did we like stop
mean-
close to the building?
We would walk up next to it, I'm sure.
So yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna
it's in the
cast
middle.
it,
It's
and
in the
I'm
middle
gonna
of
have
a
it.
busy street, so
I mean, is it a busy street?
that's
Justin?
actually-
Relatively, yeah.
Oh, okay. During the day, all the shutters are closed, all the doors are closed. Is it a nice day outside?
It's actually beginning to be a bit overcast.
Okay.
Probably going to have some
gonna say-
rain today.
But
All right.
it's a completely renovated hotel that was made for use by an adventuring party that's been sitting empty for the entire time.
Quote unquote empty. All right.
Correct.
So
With
do
a
I see
21
anything
on
magical?
my- Yeah, okay.
No, you
No,
do not.
go ahead. Okay, there you go. Now you're sniffer.
21 on a perception check percent.
You have a faint scent of ashes, uh, and like the scent of like the melted wax from candles, but it's all old.
All right. Who's gonna open the door?
I will check the front door to see if it's locked.
Okay. It is.
Okay. I will. Do you see any magical traps on it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and open the front door then. I'm gonna pick it open.
All right. Give me disable.
Disable device. That is a 30.
Yeah. You take about 12 seconds to open the lock and swing the door open. Okay,
All
hold
right,
on.
I'm gonna be checking very carefully to see if there's anything on the very inside of the door.
Okay.
Maybe it doesn't.
No, so there's no signs of traps or alarms of any form. As you open the door, it opens into a large common area. Rugs and furs on the floors. There's a fireplace at either on opposite walls, and a set of doors at the far end, obviously leading to individual rooms. The place is kind of a mess, honestly. It
Not
looks
what I
like
would be expecting for someplace renovated.
I don't mean like it's tore up, like walls and boards have been torn down. I mean it looks like there were people here that left in a hurry. The main area is kind of a scattered mess. There's a chair tipped over, like somebody got out of it in a hurry or knocked it over and didn't bother to stop and put it back up. Over in one corner, you can see a large piece of parchment with some burned out candles next to it.
I'm moving over to the parchment, keeping an eye out on the rest of the room.
Okay. It is kind of dark in here because, the only light you've got is coming in through the door.
Iron torch.
All right. So as you approach, well, you are the perfect person to tell this. It's a map. Not the best one you've ever seen, but it appears to be a map leading out to somewhere in the waste. Or not the waste, the Western Wild.
All right. Any notes with it, or
Not really. There's a few things scrawled in the margin, but honestly, there's no context for them.
all right?
Go ahead and give me a cartography check, and I'll let you know where it leads. Like I said, it's not a good map, but it is still a map.
That would be a total 16 on the flipping die, so 22.
All right. So from what you can tell, it appears to be a map to some ruins in the northern edge of the area you guys were clearing out.
Everybody stick together. I wonder if they brought something back.
Okay. So I stick with Cormag.
I will be sneaking around as quietly as I can.
Okay. Are you staying in the main area, or are you going into the personal rooms?
I'm going to be checking the rooms.
Okay.
I'm check rooms as well.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
so you'll
Thingsies.
find.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the front door.
All right. So first room, being checked by Kaji. Again, the individual rooms seem to have been left behind in a hurry. There are traveling gear, set of heavy clothes and furs for a stocky female, short, stocky female, possibly a dwarf. There is a small pouch with a darker band of leather around the middle, and on that band, runes are stitched in faded yellow. Inside of that pouch is a set of carved bone dice covered with runes.
Are they magical?
They don't appear to be.
Not sure that's the time.
Well, I still have detect magic up.
Fair.
So if I look at it, if they give off a magical aura, I know they're magical.
Okay. The next room, which is being checked by Cormag, the only things of note you find are a seashell necklace on a very long cord, indicating somebody with a very large neck, and a
Probably.
waterproof. Huh?
I can't think of the proper racial name, but a lizard folk.
Printed.
Printed.
Well, considering there is a waterproof prayer book written in Nagar, pretty good guess. Who was the third person?
Charlotte was with Cormag, and I went
I was
upstairs.
yeah.
So, the cat.
Is there an upstairs? I thought this was
No,
one
this is a
story.
one-floor place.
I didn't mean upstairs, but in the bedrooms. So Kaji
Right.
was looking.
You're
through
the third one then. These are each bedrooms. So the third bedroom contains a spray bottle of some form. You don't know what's in it. There's an empty journal with several pressed flowers and a small gold chain with a small butterfly pendant hanging off of it.
Who's checking that room? Me or
You.
Kaji? Okay. The butterfly pendant magic.
Yes.
Okay.
Liquid is not.
16 for knowledge arcana.
Okay. That's what I meant to do. I have not made the handout for this. So it's a butterfly charm bracelet.
Ooh, like this. I'm not in that same room, right?
Nope. You stayed back with Genevieve.
Wait, no, I'm with Cormag.
Oh. But no, it's grants the wearer once a day. It'll grant the wearer a +1 to diplomacy, handle animal, bluff, and perform, but a -2 for intimidation for 1 minute as little glowing butterflies flitter about you.
That's fancy. That kind of reminds me of what I have.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
mean, you're not in the same room, so you don't. I don't know if you technically remember that I have that butterfly hair event or not.
So I just tucked that in my pocket.
Okay.
Actually, in
And
my bag of holding.
who goes to the fourth room?
I guess I can.
Okay. So in this room, you find a small cloak with a deep hood, a small bag of seeds, probably something like it's like a pouch of animal treats, probably for a
Okay.
bird, and a letter. Are you going to show it to everyone, or are you keeping it to yourself?
I will try to read the letter first.
It is in trade.
Okay, well, I'll read it.
Right, well.
It could just be a shopping list for all I know.
No, it's obviously a letter. I write this to whoever will find it. My name is
Guys.
Kav. My group
This
was
is
4,
important.
no 5. But one went missing on our journey. We almost didn't notice. None know his name or face anymore. Whatever took him took the memory of him also. Only a few small signs tell us he ever existed. We returned to our employer, but in the city we encountered others suffering holes in their past. Whatever took our lost companion has followed us here. There are a few signs it is living in the main sewer cistern. We live in half a mark to confront this beast. I can only hope I return to burn this note. If I have not, flee, and please, remember my name. Kav.
All right. Well, hey guys. So yeah, we're not the first ones.
We check out the letter. It's like, oh boy. So did we fight it or what?
I mean, based on what we know from last night, I would say yeah, we did.
Did we kill it?
I would say probably not, since we don't remember it.
Well, that may not be the case. If it used some kind of ability on us to not remember anything that we were doing, but we made it back alive, so why wouldn't it kill us if we didn't
Because
if we didn't win?
it's feeding on this town.
It's probably feeding. I'm about to say real on real. It's probably feeding on us.
It's feeding on us. It's feeding on the town. Like, why would it? Why would we remember it? Why wouldn't we remember it if we killed it?
I don't know.
This cloak seems nice, though.
Be a bit short for you.
Yeah, probably halfling. That short for me? Wow. I'm only like 4 foot tall.
Yeah, this is made for a small creature.
Yeah, so then a halfling or a gnome.
Well, halflings don't exist in this world anymore.
Damn, of all the things to hunt extinct, halflings, really?
They didn't get hunted to extinct, they died in the plague. Which is
Survival of the fittest, I guess.
how Pasira became the goddess of sorrow.
So, all right, well, what do we want to do?
Well, we know there's another group here, correct?
Well, is keyword.
No, there's the other group that is in the other tavern.
That is
Because there's
true.
3 of
Yeah.
us. There's 3 taverns, 2 groups.
What if we go talk to them?
I mean, we could.
See if they're missing anybody or.
I mean, if they're here, sure.
True,
That's
they
the
may
That's
not,
true.
but let's go check.
thing.
Alright. Do you know where they are?
I'm assuming we just go over to their tavern and see if they are there.
Where their tavern is. We failed step 1 there.
Oh.
Got a hole in the box?
Oh my god, here we go.
A hole in the box? What?
I'm waiting for the rest of this.
So,
I already know
What?
what it is, and I'm like,
Genevieve,
What, John?
there is a knock at the door.
Uh-oh.
She's sleeping really hard.
Yep,
He
she's.
went. He's getting food.
Yep, he'll be a moment. He'll be gone. Alright, we'll come back to So, what are you guys gonna do then?
Well, diplomacy to find out where the other party might be. Hey,
Okay, who are you talking to?
there are people on the street, yeah?
Yeah. All right.
If they have any diplomacy. Hey, 17.
I don't.
Kind of shrug, like, I don't know, sir.
Thank you for your time. Hey, out of game. I hate to say it, but at this point, we should probably go check with our employer. Be a lot
Do we
easier
want to
than just.
bother him again today?
Hey,
It might be a new day, and over this matter, yes. Like, I'm looking at you kind of weird. Like, given what's going on, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
just out of curiosity, I know we were mad at her and stuff. How long have we been gone?
To get here, it's probably been not quite an hour yet.
I was just
But-
thinking with everything going on, maybe we do, even though we're mad at her, we do check on Genevieve to make sure she's still at least there and okay,
Yeah.
and then head to the employer.
All right. Well, fair. Now we have evidence that there's a definitive problem, and hopefully she'll help. I still don't understand what's going on with her, but you know.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when she won't tell us. She just acts all evasive like.
I admit I find it particularly irritating when she
trying to kill your
got
DM
mad
over
about
here.
me. Got particularly irritating when she got very upset about you being evasive.
Yes.
Let's go back now, I guess.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
So, Genevieve, there was a knocking at the door. Did you interrupt your prayers to answer it?
No.
Okay.
No. There's clearly something dangerous in town, and I need my spells back, so no.
All right. So you guys return to the harp. You see a messenger leaving from the doorway.
Can we help you?
Oh, yes, you are the party working for Lord Narshim, yes?
Lord who?
I pause, blink. Yes.
Here you go. He asked me to deliver this. Said some information that you were looking for.
Much obliged.
Right.
I actually flip him a silver.
Thank you, sir. Hands over the scroll and he heads off. Uh, just tied with a ribbon.
No, I flip it open.
Okay. Says, fortunately, I don't have much information for you, but apparently your missing member was named Tamir Hashim, and he came from the Bavan province in Damar.
Well, out of game. Well, that's wonderful for him. So I turn. So apparently it got Vilcoom. We need to move. I'm going for the door. Like,
Yeah. I mean, but why do we still remember him then?
maybe it's a matter. I almost want to say matter of willpower, but it feels like that's a little.
Do we still remember Vakuum?
I do.
You
Saying
do,
his
but
name.
it's it actually it's like there's a mental wall that you push past.
Oh, that's not good.
And once you do, you remember him just fine until you get distracted and then you have to do it again.
It's one of those things like we can't really picture his face anymore.
It's getting harder all the time.
Oh no. We need to go to his place and look for clues like now.
No, we need to go check out the cistern.
That
Yep.
too.
I
'Cause he
don't
may
know
not
what
be
going
dead
to his
yet.
place is going to help. If we get there, maybe we can save him.
All right. Well, then yeah, let's go to the cistern. But
I'm
we
I'm
need Genevieve.
the door.
No,
Genevieve.
Genevieve, are you praying in your room or are you praying down in the common area?
I believe he had said that she was going to be praying in her room.
I thought
Yep.
so. I was just trying to make sure.
Oh,
Okay.
you didn't hear me?
No, I did not. You're very quiet today, and I've turned you up twice.
Check my settings reset again.
Of course they did.
Let's see.
Seriously. Why does
You go upstairs to her room.
Everything's showing normal on mine.
So yeah, you find her midst
Okay, she's still
prayers
here.
with
She's
a
still praying.
chalice of wine.
Maybe just let her finish for now.
we're all just kind of sitting there waiting?
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Get about another 10 minutes.
That's fine. 10 minutes isn't gonna make or break us right now. I don't think.
I hope not.
Well, now we're fucked.
All right. So eventually you finish your prayers.
Another day.
And we're all just kind of standing there staring at you.
She begins another round.
Genevieve. We know where the beast is likely to lurk. And this was delivered about our missing member from Lord Narshim. We all remember Velkum was the lord who hired us, and Narshim was the steward.
It's very troubling.
Whatever it is rapidly growing in strength. We need to deal with it now.
We need your help, Genevieve.
Um, well, where exactly are we going?
Main cistern of the sewers.
Awesome. Yeah, totally.
She said, definitely not a fan.
I'm not a fan of it either, but at this point, it's less about money and more about survival.
Very much.
At least now I'm Sure, let's all go die a horrible death.
Well, I'd rather die fighting.
So I have a question for the other two spellcasters.
I was waiting for this to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning to
Yep.
go down there without your spells?
Well,
I
there's
want my spells back, but either way, I'm a pretty hardy person, so I would
how
prefer not
many
to.
how many spells do we have left?
Not many. It's like you expended most of them.
Oh, probably not a good idea. Maybe I should probably start pre-planning, and I guess I
Yeah.
need to rest again.
You don't need to rest again. You just need to spend an hour in meditation on nature.
Yes, that the word is meditate, so I can pre-plan my
Okay,
spells.
what about me? How do I get my fucking spells back?
Do you
Sleep.
not have a spell book?
I mean, I do.
You need to spend an hour studying it.
Okay. I didn't know if it only took an hour or it was a long
Yeah,
rest.
it's an
I thought it took a
hour.
long rest.
You had the long rest. After the rest, you have to spend an hour studying, or
Gotcha.
praying, or
So,
meditating, depending on your type.
all right. So time to study, I guess. We got to get this done as quick as possible, and an hour is as quick as possible. So
Yep. So Genevieve, everyone's like, "All right, let's go," and then two people are like, "Actually, let's wait another hour."
No, I actually turned. Are you fucking serious?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean,
the only the only
do
thing
we
I would say
want to
about
go
that
down
is
there without the spells?
No. That
I
does not
was
make me any less irritated.
I
I'm
was a
going to
little
step outside.
confused because Justin had said that specifically to Genevieve.
I
He
had
hadn't said
mentioned that
that.
the others that you guys had used spells as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I do not remember you saying that. That's
Yeah,
why
you're not
I was like,
completely
I got my
out of
spells.
spells, but you don't have all of them. So
Yeah, we've used quite a few of them, but we're not. It's like we have about what, like 20% left or 10.
yeah, 30 to 40.
Not amazing then.
Yeah. Jim, you step outside.
Yep.
Take a deep breath to calm down. Smell that familiar floral scent.
And I yell, "On guard!
What did you say?
On guard!"
Uh-oh, that's not
Okay.
good.
I'm running outside as soon as I hear that.
And I'm looking for the source.
There's a patch of flowers over by a sewer grate.
I'm slowly
All right.
moving over to the grate. Is it intact?
Nope. It in fact looks like the it's you couldn't tell because of the plant growing there, but the grate itself is missing.
Okay, nope. Stepping back. Move back inside now.
Okay.
I am backing towards the house.
Okay. The
Everybody in one
growth of
room.
forget-me-nots blows gently in a breeze. A small powder of rain begins to fall.
Yeah, no, I'm like, everybody in one room. As everybody steps back in, I'm like, it was apparently right outside our door.
Yeah. Looks like we're
Hey,
not sleeping in
Jim?
our own beds tonight.
Give me a wisdom check. I don't think I've ever called for as many wisdom checks as I have in this game.
Holy moly. 19.
Okay. So you're thinking about it, and you suddenly realize you've been smelling that. They don't have a strong fragrance, but it is there, and you've been smelling it a lot lately. All over town. Basically, since you guys got back into town, there has been that scent underlining everywhere.
No, I pause. Vaughn, stay here. No, Vaughn and out of game. Also, my mind's blanking on names.
I was going to
Skiffley,
say, under the
Kaji,
handouts,
Vaughn.
you have the list of PCs, so.
Vaughn, Genevieve. No, Vaughn, Kaji, stay here. Genevieve, you need to get the town. It's throughout the town. Start alerting people.
Well, I mean, if it's throughout the town, wouldn't alerting people be a bad idea?
If assuming that it,
We're making all out of game. We are making all of the mistakes. All of the tropes.
should we let them die?
Well, they might already be dead. We should probably just go and face this thing. As soon as we're able, we should go and face this thing. Don't give any warning that we're coming.
If it's able to discern that, it's going to know we're coming anyway.
At this point, I feel the unnecessary urge to point out, if the issue is this widespread, why are we so certain there's only one?
Yep, that's the other thing. It's probably a whole nest.
Nest of vampires, God.
Well, we're going to have to deal with it.
Yep.
Because it's that or we run.
I don't mind.
You know what?
I don't mind running.
I'm looking at everyone else.
I'm still
Like-
studying my spell book.
The problem, Genevieve, is that if we run, there's no guarantee it's not going to chase us. And if they're capable of doing this, at what point do they get stopped? I'm not going to claim to be a paragon of virtue. I am no warrior of Aragorn. No, Aragorn. I am no warrior of Aragorn, sworn to defend all life that stands before and behind me, that is good and righteous. But I am not a heartless knave. We run, this town is going to be empty. And they have done nothing to deserve that. Some of them, maybe. But the entire town, the children, because that is who who will fall as well.
I need to warn Boris.
Take Vaughn with you.
This time, I will not object.
I would hope not.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you make your way.
And along your way, be warning others.
I don't know about that.
Just tell the
There's a-
guards there's a monster in the sewers. And to get people away from the sewer openings.
That, I think, would be wise.
Um, yeah, you head that way. Yeah, you do in fact run into some guards. Just out patrolling. Tell them, do you just rush by?
I will let the guards know that I pass. That there are monsters in the sewers and serve their public trust as best they can. Keep people
Okay.
away from them.
Give me a diplomacy to convince them.
Oh boy.
Damn it.
Let's see. That's a 10 on the die. So that is 16.
All right. They're not entirely convinced, but they at least believe that you believe it. So they'll pass the message up the chain. It's the best you're
You
gonna
know
get
what?
right now. So
It's better than nothing.
yeah, I don't think you're
As
sticking
long as-
around to try to convince them more. So.
No, I'm not. I have a goal.
All right. So yeah, you get to Oris's place.
I'm gonna tell Vaughn to well, I'm gonna keep Vaughn with me actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we
you're-
go in, I turn to him and say, "You speak nothing of what you see or hear to anyone."
I see nothing and I hear nothing.
And he takes you
Have I
inside a really nice looking restaurant.
Cheap,
Like-
but yes.
Pretty high end. You know, probably fairly expensive. Takes you across the dining area. Or I'm sorry, yeah. She waves to the hostess who just gestures her on by, and to one of the private rooms in the back.
This place looks fancy.
It is. You could never afford to eat here regularly.
Out of game. I mean, the money we make.
They didn't say couldn't afford to eat here once, just not regularly. Ah, Kaji? You look...
I have information and a warning.
Speak.
Whatever this is exists in the sewers. It already has infiltrated the entire town. I would not be surprised if some of your agents and guards are already under its influence.
How can I counter this?
Only by going and dealing with the direct threat is it going to be stopped. My team is preparing to do so now. If you
Very well.
forget, I quickly write down a note with everything. If you forget me and you read this note, flee.
John, now we're getting feedback from you again.
From me or
Other Big John.
Yeah, that's not me. Oh, Mike's muted. That's Cormag. Jim.
Jim, it sounds like your beard's rubbing again.
Still there?
That makes so much sense.
Still here?
Just getting a lot of static from you, no matter what.
Okay, I'll jump off and jump back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's not even in the same room too.
Yeah.
That, and it sounds like he's sitting on like one of those old grandma's couches that they keep wrapped in plastic.
Yes.
And he keeps moving around.
He's sitting inside a trash bag right now.
Anyway, so he takes it and he just nods seriously. Two of you head back. Give me perception checks.
That is a 27.
Okay, Vaughn.
18.
Okay, still good enough.
Actually, I lied. 28.
As you go
more than-
back, you pick out in many different spots clumps of those flowers growing in unusual places.
Vaughn, we need to get out of this building now.
They're not in the building. They're
Oh,
like
they're
along.
just around the sewers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so outside.
Yes. That's why on your way back.
Okay.
Well, let's pick up the pace. Let's get home.
Yeah, we need to go and deal with this as soon as they're ready.
Okay.
So while they're gone, I want to look at Cormagan. Can we go talk to the captain of the guard now? Like, we don't have to do this alone. Is all I really want you guys to understand.
Right now, no. We need to wait for them to get back. I refuse to leave the two of them undefended.
All right.
So yeah,
So yeah, they're gone for about 30 minutes. They've returned.
So you return. I'm like, two of you keep watch. We're going to go try and convince the captain of the guard. What is it even? I can see that I'm lighting up, and I'm like, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So
I am taking the letter from Cab with it. But
okay.
As we're going, I'm going to start town crier.
Start what?
Start yelling out in the streets.
Ah,
Say, I forgot about this before I said it.
monster.
The monsters just going.
I
Cutting in and out there, John.
yeah.
Fuck.
I got almost none of that.
yeah.
You know, it's every time I do something, I say something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just monsters in the sewers. Go inside. Lock your doors.
Okay. Give me oratory.
Yeah.
That's right. You perform for these people.
Actually, part of this is just projection.
Right.
Be heard.
So I have a 23, and I have the public speaker ability, which decreases the DC to hear me by 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing a diplomacy check because you're not spending time to convince people. You're just saying it as you go.
Yeah, I'm like, in fact, this should be more convincing because it sounds more official.
Yep.
And also, we're moving. We're not standing there taking time. We are moving.
So you're actually almost to the guardhouse when you get stopped by guards because you're yelling about monsters in the sewers. And causing a panic.
We're not causing a panic. We're spreading the word.
Which is causing a panic.
Mind you,
Well,
you're probably okay with that because most people panicking about monsters in the sewers are going to go hide in their home.
Yep.
Which is what you want them to do. But the guards are like, hey, what are you doing yelling about monsters in the sewers?
There's monsters in the sewers.
That's exactly what I'm yelling about. What do you mean?
No, that's pretty much my response. Like, we have found evidence that there's a monster in the sewers that is capable of removing memories, and it has been doing so possibly for some time.
Huh?
look, you don't have to believe us.
You're not there, are you? I hope you're not. Sorry, but
Oh,
They waited for you to come back so you would keep watch over the two people getting their spells.
oh, right. There we go. Yeah, I was confused. I thought they were done with their prayer time.
No, they still got like.
because if they
another
were,
half
we
hour.
would have already gone.
All right. He's like, huh? Monster in the sewer eats memories. Okay.
So, do those flowers normally grow so profusely around the sewers around here?
Oh
Just
my
let me
God,
guess,
a guard that knows. No, that's weird.
What are they called?
Uh,
Forget-me-nots.
roll a diplomacy check there, Jim.
Alrighty.
Because he's aware enough to know that, yeah, that's weird that there's all these flowers growing around, but...
Oh, you bitch. I could have used that later. Not 20.
Okay.
Do you want the total, or are you just gonna...
That alone...
27.
Yeah, okay. So, he's, Alright, monster in the sewers, eats memories, causes flowers to grow.
We don't know why. Magic.
He does kind of just shrug at that, like, yeah, what are you gonna do?
Our
We
working
are-
theory is a den of vampires.
Never heard of vampires causing flowers to grow. Wilt, yes.
Well-
Grow, no.
They're capable of many things. I wouldn't put it past them.
Whatever's going
he just
on.
accepts that because he's like, yeah, well.
Whatever's going on, our group, we are one of the groups of mercenaries hired by Narshim.
Yes.
We are preparing to go down into the sewers to try and deal with the beast. If you think that you could convince the captain about any of this. Actually, I pause. Is he the captain? I'm looking at him because that would
No,
be ironic.
he is not.
Like, we are going to try and go down. If you could have people on guard, if you think that anybody could be spared, but
I mean, I'll talk to the captain, but we've had trouble getting the guard filled last few years.
Uh-oh.
I pause, almost as though people have suddenly gone missing mysteriously.
No, just we can't get anyone to join.
Almost like they don't want to be out during the day.
Out of game.
I don't think
Most
we've
of the
ever
guard
been
are
this
gone.
short-staffed.
Almost as though they got eaten. Almost as though somebody erased your memories of the people that should have been filling the roster.
I'll go speak to the captain.
What was that?
I think you've
Just
convinced
start,
him.
with that awkward, I was gonna say with that awkward pause, I just start walking away and yelling again. Monsters!
You head back to the harp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you get back. They should be done in a few minutes. What are you guys going to do then?
Or Justin,
Mm.
can I call a retcon that happens? Basically, we're getting ready to walk away, and I'm like, wait a minute. I turn. Do you know if the captain has any maps of the sewer system? Will you let me do this?
I'm the one who jumped you back, but he's like, I don't think so. A
Do you
lot of
know
the
who
old
would?
infrastructure needs to be tore out and redone.
Do you have any idea who might?
You could check at town hall, but like I said, a lot of it's so patchwork it needs to be completely overhauled.
All right. Well, thank you. Town hall, because I don't want to go wandering through there trying to hope that we find the right place. I'd like a map, if we can.
Okay. Well, you get to the town hall.
And
There's
I am also with her, going, get inside. Like, as we're going by people, I'm like, get inside,
she's still
bar
doing her
your doors.
crier.
I know, but even, like, if someone's kind of hesitating, like, I'm like, get inside. Like, I'm
Are
trying.
you, Jim? I have to ask this.
Yeah?
Are you barking orders?
Yes. Yes. The Noel is barking orders.
Fair enough.
Wow.
Yeah, we went there.
That is a very hurtful stereotype. However, it is true in this case.
Yes.
All right, so
All
you
right,
get to town hall, and there is no one currently there.
fine. I'll take 5 minutes to see if I can find any sign, any indication of the records.
Okay.
Justin.
You take a quick look around. You can honestly finding the records room is not going to be terribly hard. It's a pretty important room.
All right, perception check to see if I can find it. I guess.
Okay. Before you start, how long are you
I'm willing to
going
spend about 5 minutes on this.
Okay. Roll.
The problem of
Genevieve, are you assisting?
Sure. What are we looking for?
a map of the sewers.
Okay.
All right. Both of you give me perception for search.
Yes. Not good. I got 14 total.
I have a 22.
Okay. So Genevieve does not find anything. Cormac did find a map. It looks pretty old, but importantly, it
Is there
does
some...
have a cistern on it.
Okay. So looking at it, well, hey, cartographer.
Mm-hmm.
As we're heading back, I'm kind of glancing at it, trying to work out what's going to be our best entrance, so that we're not having to go down a tunnel and feet first or head first.
Cormac
Yeah?
hears the sound of metal scraping on stone from behind him.
I'm turning. And yeah.
Wasn't that sewer grate closed a minute ago?
Genevieve? Is there anybody on the street?
There's a few people, but it looks like most people have been alarmed by Genevieve's yelling
No,
earlier.
I literally scream. I'm not going to do it in real life because I don't want to hurt. Get inside now. Diplomacy?
No, intimidation.
You know, I actually did take. I think I do have a rank in 2 in that. I do. $21.
All right, so yeah, the street pretty much clears almost immediately.
Genevieve, as I'm
Except for one fella.
Oh,
He's a beg. You see him in the distance. He's pointing and saying something.
where's he pointing?
Looks to be a sewer opening. And he's waving his hands around wildly and
I'm rushing for the man. I'm
Okay.
drawing my sword.
So yeah, he sees you coming and he cowers and begins to flee.
I'm looking at the sewer grate.
Okay. So this is one where it's more like an opening to the side, so there's not really a grate there, it's just an opening with flowers around it.
I turn back to Genevieve. We need to get back now.
The white winner gets you all. I warned them. I did. I warned them all, but no one listens. I'm deaf and I hear more than they do.
Deaf. Genevieve, what if it can do something with Justin?
The guy's still
I
over,
plug-
like, to the side, ranting maniacally.
Justin, I plug my ears.
Putting your sword down to do this?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm dropping Justin.
Give me a will
I'm
save,
dropping
Jim.
the sword. $19.
Okay. So you see this white bulbous thing with 2 feet of a person sticking out of it going back down into the sewer opening. It just seems to materialize for a moment before it withdraws down in. Like it was invisible, and then as soon as you plugged your ears, you could see it.
Oh
I
no.
look up. Do I still see Genevieve?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
That's not who it grabbed.
Sound! It has something to do with sound! I quickly lean down, snatch up my sword, and stow it. And I'm.
So, Genevieve, you see him drop his sword, cover his ears,
And recoil.
and like, yeah, recoil from something.
Sound. Whatever it's doing, it has to do with sound. We'll need to plug our ears before we go in.
Okay. Um. I mean, they usually have to look at you to do it, but I guess maybe some can do it with sound.
Can vampires go out in the sun? My general understanding is no.
Yeah, as far as I know. So,
I think we just need to accept that it's something and
Okay.
not worry about particulars other than sound and. Okay, come on. Sound. Out of game. I'm scared that somehow I'll lose track. I'll forget about the hearing thing. So I'm literally it works with sound. It does something with sound. Like I'm literally muttering that all the way back to the harp.
Okay.
So we get back.
All right. So yeah, with that detour, by the time you're back, everyone is done with their spell prep and ready.
So I come in and I'm like, we need to do something to block our ears. On the way back, we saw a deaf man, a beggar, and he said, and he was talking about the white one's going to get you. I'm deaf and I see more than all of you. I plugged my ears and I watched it and I watched one of the heads disappear down into the sewers. It's doing something with sound. We have to block our ears somehow.
Well, I mean, the description from the rat yesterday makes a lot more sense now.
Okay. I have to pause real quick, guys. Okay.
He's just gonna stay
So
up till
you
4 in the morning.
all, you're all gathered. You have an idea of what to do, and
How close are we?
to
Cartographer check to
So,
work out the nearest good entrance that isn't going to involve slipping down.
okay, go
A
ahead.
great.
Yep.
Oof. That's a total of 12.
Well, you had already given it a good look over earlier. You're pretty sure there should be one relatively, like, 5 minutes walk from where you are.
So I'm also looking around. I'm like, what can we do to cover our ear, to interfere with our hearing?
Oh, I got
Wax,
that.
wax and cotton,
Do we have any?
candles and cotton.
Okay, candles, fine. Let's go. And I have about, I have, I have lengths of rope. I feel like we should be, tying ourselves off to one another so that if something happens and we don't hear it.
Skiffly, give me an Arcana
Yes.
check.
An Arcana check.
Knowledge Arcana.
Got you.
Do you have ranks in Knowledge Arcana?
Yeah. Or wait, no, we discussed earlier that I hadn't put any ranks in it, but
Oh,
I have
no,
my
yeah. Okay, yeah,
I have
that's not
my
going to work.
intelligence modifier.
Nope, it's harder than a 10. Does anyone else have ranks in Knowledge Arcana and would like to roll?
I think I do.
Sure, why not?
Wait, so I have to have ranks in it in order to get anything above a 10?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
Knowledge,
the idea of
knowledge skills are all trained.
the idea of a 10
do.
indicates is the basic general knowledge that any layman might know about the subject.
Hold on, I'm rolling.
Well, I'm trained in it technically. Like I can take it. I just haven't put any ranks into it.
Until you take ranks, you are not trained in it.
Oh,
Altogether,
but
I rolled a So I have an 18 altogether.
Okay. Did Genevieve roll? I knew.
15.
All right. Well, Charlotte, you're not sure,
Yep, who'd we lose?
but it's weird.
Josh.
It's weird that these flowers are growing everywhere this thing seems to have been. There's some kind of connection, but you're not sure what.
Well, my first thought would be to use detect magic, or is there some type of other type of skill check I need to make?
I'll be honest, the skill check you needed to make was the Knowledge Arcana. Unfortunately, you did not get high enough to have the
Fair enough.
answer handed
Okay.
to you.
Well, please. Good enough.
Okay. So, however, I will tell both of you, you're aware of this. Plugging your ears, deafening yourself, does make casting spells more difficult that have verbal components.
For me, for sure.
By a lot or by like a little? Like, is it like crazy difficult, or is it just like I had to really pay more attention to what I'm doing when I go to cast my spell?
Like, there's a straight up chance that it will flat fail.
Gotcha.
No. Deafen. You take if you are deafened, which all of you would be because you are intentionally inflicting that condition upon yourself, you take a -4 penalty on initiative checks, automatically fail all perception checks based on sound, and have an automatic 20% spell failure chance for any spells with a verbal
20%.
component.
If you've ever met somebody who went deaf later in life, but they actually start to have problems with pronunciation.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's how it.
Like, you're
Okay.
not. I'm not telling you you can't do it. I'm just letting you know that there is a drawback.
Is there? If you relay that, I'm like, is there nothing you can think of that we could do otherwise? Any?
Is there any spells that will protect us? So we from that instead of having to put cotton swabs in our ears.
Are you asking the GM or are you asking the casters?
The casters.
Like, I mean, unless there's some sort of, I don't know, ancient druidic solution where we,
That's what I was trying to think, because I'm not entirely sure. I'm looking through my
in
spells.
game. No, in game, I'm like, unless there's some ancient druidic, herbal remedy.
I feel like you're implying something here, and I'm not really familiar with it. But
I'm implying that maybe druids have something that they could do, but you don't know. So
yeah, I wouldn't unless I like need to make some type of check to like figure that out, I guess.
out of game, that's literally me being like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Maybe they have a way of fighting this thing.
That's you
That's
asking,
what I was.
can Ben
hard
have a
me.
second roll?
That wasn't actually. That was not actually my thought. That was literally me in game being like, I don't know. You're a druid. Maybe you guys have something. I don't know.
That's why I was like, I knew you were implying because you're very experienced.
Out of game, I was genuinely not aiming for that. If that's what you, I'm trying to be like the character is like.
I got you. No, I got what you mean.
Alright.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
yeah, that's the problem. So you either risk dealing with the being deafened or risk not being able not seeing it.
Risk not seeing an enemy that's trying to kill you.
And can erase your memories. Just throw that on there at the end. Oh, and is eating an entire town.
Genevieve, do you have anything? Any blessing of the gods? I mean, if it's sound, could you drown it out?
Out of game, that's another thing, Josh.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm basically nerfed to half my fucking use. I won't be able to inspire you guys either while we're down there.
Why?
Because it's all
Because we can't
Ow.
hear the bard.
Oh, right. Well, the only thing that I can think of is that if they're invisible, I do have a spell that'll outline them and make it easier to hit them while they're invisible. But
I can attempt. Sorry, in game. I can. I mean, some of my.
what?
God damn it.
You broke up there.
You every goddamn time I have something to say. Fucking
Discord's like,
Discord,
no.
So I do some of what I've learned. I can try to, if it's hearing based, I might be able to drown it out. Yeah, it'll work. I don't know. It's possible.
Well, considering that the deaf man apparently didn't have any problem seeing the beastie, I think it's safe to say it's sound based.
Well, here's my thought. I focus on you all. So we go down with our earplugs, and once we encounter this thing, I'll take mine out, I guess, and start trying to counter it. If it seems like it's working, then I'll, indicate for the rest of you to do it.
Well, I'll
fuck.
take mine out at the same time because otherwise, if it's sound based, then how would you be? If it's working, I'm not sure you'd be able to tell. And I'm not dependent on being able to cast spells. I hit things really hard.
From what I understand, I would. If I take out my earplugs, I won't be able to see it no more. And then if I
True.
counter it, it'll suddenly reappear.
Fair. Okay. I'm guarding Genevieve.
Alright, so.
All right, so everybody pair up.
I'll go with the cat.
Skifley. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
He's like, I will take a magic user. I will take it.
All right. So we do take the steps to deafen ourselves, and I'm like, and I gesture, follow me.
Well, before we do that, I just basically tell you, since you're leading the group, once we're like there, like we're gonna be going in and after it. Let us know, and I have some spells I prepared. Still be useful, even if it's not a vampire.
Okay.
Also, when we get down there, if say it's only one, I can cast my glitter dust on it, make it where everybody can see it without, even if we do take out our earplugs, and then we may be able to do the damage quick enough that it won't matter.
Actually, not a bad idea. We'll try it. All right. Earplugs in.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And I gesture everyone to follow me, and I'm setting off at a jog.
Okay.
Not running, but
All right.
definitely not gonna.
So you find out that your mapping skills were a little off, or the map is not very good.
Old.
So yeah. But you do eventually find an entrance that is meant for people to use.
Are there flowers?
Not right here, actually.
Huh.
I
That's
said, "Fuck the
actually
people entrance. I'm
interesting.
a monster."
Well,
So I kind
so
of
it's
gesture
basically
at.
like a cellar door type thing.
Ah,
So there's no actual opening.
okay. Well, I basically,
Just
bow and kind of gesture at it. Kind of the presenter.
well, it does have a large padlock on it.
Oh no, a padlock.
Mm.
I'm turning around to make. By the way, sword is drawn. Sword is out. Just making sure.
That is a 19 plus 14, so 38 to disable a padlock.
Oh yeah. Considering it was like a DC 10.
He said you poked it and it fell apart.
It's meant to keep out the casual, idiot. It's not really meant to keep out a determined thief.
Or a particularly determined teenager. Anyway. So I'm going first again.
Yeah.
Iron torch out.
My bow is drawn.
So, there is considerably more water now than there was last time you were down here, what with it having been raining for a couple hours at this point. But it's not been a heavy rain, so it's not too bad.
We're not walking knee deep in it.
No, you're still up on, I don't want to say dry, but you're not in the water. You're off to the side still.
And it's not enough that it's coming up over the sides.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's still in the channel.
Okay.
All right. As you head down the passages, you find more of the weird drag marks. You occasionally see a spot of flowers, most of which look like they've died off pretty quick. Like they sprouted and then just there's not enough light and stuff down here and they just wilted and died.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you come to a place where there's a whole lot of flowers. Relatively, they've not been here long enough to die yet. That's not the important part. The important part is what lies among them. About 8 feet long, 2 feet wide, this white tube of flesh with a
I don't like that
almost human
description.
face at the one end. The other end is a ragged mess where it has been severed. The blank
Oh,
I
it's
am
black
not a
killed.
fan of
eyes.
this description.
Blank black eyes stare out, unseeing. The mouth filled with flat, human-like teeth.
Uh,
The sight of it
Not
just
yeah, no, that looks head of looks like a worm. It looks like the thing that I saw snatching a person.
and looks like it's big enough to theoretically swallow somebody whole.
Really don't like that.
ew.
Oh boy.
In
Is that a
fact,
handout?
this does not look like it's been here more than a day.
Something killed it.
Out of game, Cav and his team. But don't really have time to talk about it. So, or more accurately, we need to keep moving. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I cast Hide from Undead
Okay.
on myself for sure. Charlotte. And Vaughn. Could be a good choice.
All right. The waters flow in from the flow through this area. You're coming from the left. Place yourselves as you wish.
alrighty. I am in the lead.
Guessing Genevieve's in the back.
Fuck no, that's where the people die.
Okay. You guys just came from this side, so are you gonna cross the board there?
Am I able to cast some more spells or
You could get off one more right now, yeah. Other than that, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
$23.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
does that include me or am I losing that for the spell?
Nope, you can still do it.
19.
Succeeding might cause you to lose the spell.
Check.
20.
14.
There a minute to this? Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, definitely not a fan.
What is that?
You don't know.
Where is it?
You see it peeking out from over here.
I gave
I just keep walking.
protection from evil to Cormac, Kaji, myself, and Charlotte.
Where did it peek out from again, Justin? The picture was in the way.
Saw it right here.
Gotcha.
Peeking out from the darkness.
Like I said, I just keep moving.
Did it just zoom across there?
That's what I saw.
Hell
It went
no.
mew.
No shit.
Torch is out, by the way.
So
I don't know if I said that.
is this an opening, Justin, or
Hold
is this
on.
like
Let me get my reveal tool.
This thing's creepy as fuck, and I want to know what it is.
That makes one of us.
For now,
What is it?
we'll tell you after. Just enjoy the show for now.
Are there in fact the strange glowing crystals?
Yes. They're very faint, though. They don't, not nearly as much light as what you guys see here.
So
But then again, you guys have your own light sources, so.
So I kind of. So there's a hole there.
Uh huh.
I'm kind of turning. Kind of glance over my shoulder behind us.
Okay. By the way, the floor in here is covered with flowers.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
And bones.
And
Yeah.
bones.
No doubt.
We're going to spend a very long time clearing this place out.
In fact, like entire skeletons are just littered here amongst the flowers.
Justin, I'm calling it.
You gotta stop.
Yeah, no, I need to stop. I have to wake up in like a couple hours.
And that's why we were checking earlier. Alright, well, we will stop here.
Okay.
And we will face the monster next time. Good luck.